Ladies and gentlemen, we are here live at Doucette Field here in Tewksbury, Massachusetts, here for Week 4 action for the Tewksbury Redmen football season as they welcome in the defending Super Bowl Division II champions in the North Andover Knights. I'm Andrew Delpiani here alongside my partner Bill Gilman. And Bill, we are here to finish off the Redmen's 3-game homestand here today.
This is a big game for the Redmen, coming off the big win last week against BC High, 18-14. Put them at 2-1 on the season. They're looking to keep the momentum going, and as you said, the end of a 3-game homestand. They've got some games coming up on the road, and that's going to be a big challenge, especially as they go into the heart of their league season. So this is a big game for them, and a big game for North Andover, coming in at 1-2.
So this is the 26th all-time meeting between North Andover and Tewksbury. While North Andover has the 13-12-1 lead over the Redmen. North Andover has won the previous 2 meetings between these teams, as the Redmen won the previous 7 before that. And the Redmen are going to need a big performance today as they host the defending Division II Super Bowl champions.
These two teams met last year. The Redmen were coming into that game riding high after some big wins, including the big win last year over BC High, and the North Andover team, as you said, on their way to a Division II state championship, just smacked them down Friday night in North Andover, 40-20, in a game that really was not very close from the start. So Tewksbury will be looking to get a little revenge this year here on their home turf.
And a very different story we've seen from North Andover this season, as many of their seniors graduated and their new upcoming sophomores and juniors are going to take over the new role of the star players, and that's going to be included, as we see in their quarterback here today.
Yeah, it definitely is a new look North Andover team. They don't have the electric offense that they have had the last couple of years. They've got a talented team. They've got a lot of different weapons, as you said, led by their quarterback, Will Schimmeler. And they've got at least 6 different players have scored touchdowns for them this year. So they've got a lot of weapons, if not necessarily superstar players.
Schimmeler's very similar role to Ryan Rometta after coming after the senior quarterback graduated and hoping to become the successor of the great North Andover quarterback in Jake McElroy, who had an unbelievable senior season leading them to Gillette and that victory against King Philip last season.
Boy, he did. He was as good as anybody Tewksbury saw last year. And as you say, it's big shoes to fill, just as Rometta's got big shoes to fill this year.
And as we turn it over to PA announcer Joel McKinnon for the opening announcements. So it looks like after the coin toss, North Andover has won the toss and will defer to the second half. So it looks like the Redmen offense will be coming out on the field to start the ball game.
Tewksbury looking to get off to a strong start and looking to do something they haven't done in their 3 games this year, which is get off to an early lead and score first. They've given up opening touchdowns to each of their first 3 opponents this year, but this gives them an opportunity under Rometta to see if they can jump out to an early lead.
A complete opposite form of the Redmen defense we saw last week, as they allowed only 42 yards in the rushing game last week to the BC High Eagles. An absolute tremendous turnaround after we saw them allow almost 285 yards to Methuen the prior week.
It was like night and day, but after the start, BC High scored on their first 2 possessions. It looked like it might be another long day, but Tewksbury turned it around very quickly and shut down the Eagles.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
As the now TMHS marching band will perform our national anthem today.
All right. A gorgeous day for football here at Doucette Field. Very pleasant 58 degrees. Perfect fall afternoon. Tewksbury, as you mentioned, will get the ball first to start the ball game. They're going to be going from right to left. I was just going to say North Andover coming off a tough loss against Central Catholic, 33-26. That was a game that they were in most of the way until Central Catholic pulled away late. They had a chance to get an onside kick late in that game. Central Catholic recovered it to end the game, but they were in that game right to the end. So North Andover definitely better than their 1-2 record indicates.
And as their defense had some tough problems last week against a loss against Central Catholic, allowing 4 scores to Central quarterback Aiden Pereira, who had himself a heck of a ball game. As the kick sent by Steven De Silva is sent down all the way the length of the field to Shane Elward, who will catch it at the 10-yard line. Will look some room up the middle. He's got a gaping hole up the middle. He's got one man to beat down the sidelines. He beat him. He's got no one left. There are no flags, and Shane Elward has done it for the 3rd time this season. A kickoff return for a touchdown.
Shane Elward, nobody touched him. Right up the middle, a wide open gaping hole. And this is something, as you said, now the 3rd time this year he's returned a kick for a touchdown in just the 4th game. And such a lethal weapon, no matter where he gets the ball, running, receiving, or on the kick returns.
Elward puts in his 7th touchdown of the season for the Redmen as they are up early 6-0. And Keogh's kick is through the went wide left and is no good. And with the 11:47, just 13 seconds into the ball game, the Redmen have the 6-0 lead.
Well, we were talking about the Redmen trying to get out on top early, and they do with the kickoff return by Elward, which was just about 90 yards on that. And boy, I'll tell you, again, the speed of Shane Elward, once he gets into the open field, he just blew by he had a couple of defenders that had a chance, maybe if they'd played an angle, but just absolutely blew by them. Nobody got a hand on him. And this is something that's really been a nice weapon for Tewksbury this year. It should be noted, however, as they get ready to kick off, it's also been a weapon for North Andover. They have had 2 different players return kicks for touchdowns this year also. They had Matt Chico had a 70-yard return, and Freddie Gavin had a 78-yard return in the opener. So the kick coverage for both teams is going to be challenged today.
And so Keogh, a little swift click to the right side. It's picked up by number 6, Jaden Mencina, who will be taken down and around the North Andover 36-yard line, and that's where their drive's going to start for the first time today.
Brian Aylward with some excellent scouting. He was not going to let the dangerous return men of North Andover get their hands on the ball, so they went with the squib kick. And I suspect the next time North Andover kicks off, that you'll see them try to avoid Shane Aylward at all costs.
So we'll see the junior quarterback Will Schimmeler for the first time in the ball game today, as North Andover trails 6-0 early in the ball game. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to number 5, Freddie Gavin, who got room to the right side. He's got room down the sidelines, but the Redmen are there to make the stop and push him out of bounds at around the 45-yard line on the Redmen side of the field.
Nice job by the diminutive Gavin bouncing it outside. They've got him listed at 5'9". I think that's probably being generous. He's probably about more like 5'7". And they had a chance at the line to stop him, but he bounced it outside nicely for the huge gain.
So big early gain on first down for the Knights. Puts them inside the Redmen territory just off one play in their opening drive. It's going to be a read option to the left side by Schimmeler as he is gang tackled by the Redmen at around the 41-yard line.
Before the broadcast, you were talking about that they like to run the read option. Schindler is not the dangerous quarterback on the ground that Tewksbury has faced previously, but he will run the ball when he gets a chance.
So it's going to be up to those big defensive linemen in the middle of Mike Woodford and Antonio Capello today to stop that run game as they did last week. Second down, it'll be another handoff to the left side to Gavin, who will punch forward for about 2 or 3 yards on the second down play.
Nice job clogging up the hole there, but again, it looked like they might have him at the line of scrimmage. He managed to squeeze his way through the hole for a positive gain, and now a big third down.
So it looks like it's going to be a long 3rd and 1 for North Andover here on their first third down play of the game. See if North Andover tries to get him with a hard count here to pull him off sides here on this 3rd and short. It's going to be a misdirection there, but number 2, Will McKay, is right in there to make the big third down stop.
Linebacker Will McKay coming up exactly where he was supposed to be. He stayed right at home. They tried to run the inside trap. He was having none of it. What a big play there for Will McKay.
So a loss about 2 or 3 yards. And North Andover is in an early 4th down situation here from their own from the Tewksbury 40-yard line. They have about 4 yards to gain here on 4th and 4. It's going to be another handoff play right up the middle. Looked like it was number 33, Sebastian Vente on the carry. And they will give him the first down.
Nice second effort by Vente, dragging defenders to just stretch out and grab that first down, keep the drive alive.
And after the negative yardage on 3rd down, the Knights convert on 4th and get a fresh set of downs from the Redmen 35. It's going to be another handoff up the middle to Freddie Gavin, who only got about 4 up to the 31-yard line.
Gavin doesn't hit the holes particularly quickly. He picks his spots. He looks for where he can squeeze through. They'll talk about running backs trying to make themselves small. Well, Gavin is diminutive, but he uses that to his advantage to squeeze through small spaces and get positive yardage.
So 5-yard gain on the first down for the Knights. It's going to be another run up the middle with a good defensive stop right at the line of scrimmage by number 43, Riley Oth.
Riley Oth, a nice play wrapping up. He's done an excellent job. Not the biggest defensive lineman you're going to come across, but uses his quickness on the line, gets into the backfield, tends to blow up plays, and he's wraps up running backs for the tackles. He does not miss many tackles. You don't see too many people run through him.
He had a very strong game against the BC High Giants, as we'd called it last week. About 3 tackles in the win last week, 2 for a loss. It'll be another read option right up the middle, and that's going to result in a North Andover first down.
Nice execution on that play by Schindler. He went with the fake. It opened up just enough. The Redmen bit on the outside sweep just enough to open up the hole, and he was able to get just enough to keep it alive. And right now, North Andover is content to look to try to grind this out. They're chewing up a lot of the first quarter here and moving down, not in the red zone yet, but close.
North Andover yet to have a passing play on this opening drive, as they've been all run so far, but very effective, as it is another handoff here to Gavin on the left side, who got tripped up back at the 25, but got some extra yardage falling forward.
Stephen Arsenault got him in the backfield almost for a loss, but Gavin was able to keep his balance, keep moving forward, and again pick up 4 or 5 yards.
So North Andover now in the red zone for the first time today. It'll be about a 2nd and 5 from the 18.
As we mentioned, in each of the first 3 games, Tewksbury's opponents have scored on their opening drive. I know there's nothing this defense wants more than to stop that streak.
Schimmeler with another handoff to the right side of Gavin, but the Redmen are right there at the line of scrimmage to wrap him up.
Good gang tackling there. Woodford looked like he made first contact. Owen Gilligan coming in to clean up. An excellent job, and now a 3rd and 5.
So third down of the ball game so far for North Andover. They didn't convert on their earlier 3rd down and then converted on the 4th down to keep the drive alive. Schimmeler, now keep the ball on this one. He'll sidestep a tackle. It looks like he was short of the line to gain.
North Andover lined up in a spread formation to force the Tewksbury defense to spread out, and then Schimmeler kept it. But a nice play defensively by Danny Fleming to stop him short of the first down.
So 4th down for North Andover once again. Let's see if the Redmen can make a big stop here and get Ryan Ramette on the field for the first time.
You got to believe that that this will not be the first time that North Andover throws the ball. They've been so effective so far on the ground. You got to think that they're going to look to try to pound it in here.
It's going to be a fake toss, a throw over the left side, caught by number 33, Sebastian Venti, who will get into the end zone, and North Andover has tied the ball game up at 6 apiece.
Well, that officially qualifies as my first broadcast jinx. Just as soon as I had said that they would run the ball for sure, they come out with the nice rollout on the pass play, wide open for the score and a chance to take the lead.
So DeSalvo looks like he will be kicking the extra point for the Knights. Try to give him the lead early on this high snap. And he missed it left, so after that, we're still even at 6 apiece after the missed extra points from both teams on their opening drives.
Both of these teams on the extra point, almost the exact same thing. High snap, threw the timing off just a little bit, and both kickers hooked it to the left. So we will start all over again here, tied 6-6. But again, I don't want to belabor the point, but this is now the 4th game in a row for Tewksbury in which they've given up a touchdown on the opponent's opening drive, and that has got to gnaw at Brian Aylward and his defensive staff. And I'm sure it's something that they've been working on, something they'll continue to work on. You might see them in the future try to take some more risks, maybe run some more blitzes to try to force a turnover. But at least in this case, they had a lead, so they haven't fallen behind, and now Ryan Ramette will get the ball for the first time, assuming we do not have a replay of the opening kick.
So North Andover eats 7 minutes off of the first quarter clock to even it at 6 apiece, and as Bill said, it's a squib kick that is just fallen on by Stephen Arsenault as the Knights almost got there to recover the kickoff.
A nice job by Arsenault. It bounced off him, but a nice job jumping on it, and Tewksbury will have excellent field position. However, North Andover would much rather have Tewksbury starting at their own 44 than what happened the first time. And I think any time that North Andover kicks off in this game, they're going to be keeping it far, far away from Shane Aylward.
So Ryan Ramette taking the field for the first time today after throwing 2 picks in the win last week that his team was able to help him through. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle for Kyle Dorigo, who got about to the 47-yard line.
Yeah. Dorigo always runs hard. He just always is keeping those legs going, and he just always looks to try to run over people. He's not a big back, but boy, you're not going to see anybody run harder than he does.
Only got 5 touches for 18 yards last week as they used him on the opening play, and then he subs out, and number 5, Kalu Olu, will be in the backfield. As it is a handoff to Olu, who's got a room hole gaping up the left side, who picks up a big play. Kalu Olu using that athleticism in the Redmen offense once again.
That's some nice blocking up front on the left-hand side. Owen Gilligan from his tight end spot laid a nice block in to seal the edge, and that was all Alou needed.
Alou coming off another big performance against BC High, 14 carries on the ground, 81 yards, and did have the score in the first quarter of the ball game. He'll get another handoff here. Another great blocking play from the Redmond O-line. Got about to the line to gain. Let's see if they mark him at the line to gain, and it is a first down for the Redmond. 2 plays, 2 first downs.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. Alou looks like he is ready to go in this game. They run him on the left edge and now the right edge. And again, that time they had Gilligan lined up in his tight end spot on that side. Some excellent blocking up front by the tackles. 2 big gains.
Just like that, the Redmen are at the North Andover 25. Another handoff to Alou, but the defense was there at the line of scrimmage to make the stop for North Andover.
Took a little bit of time to develop that play, and that seemed just enough time for North Andover to stuff that hole. They tried to go in between guard and tackle that time, but nothing doing. That time, a good stop by the North Andover defense.
Jack Roche, number 77 in the middle there at the nose tackle. A good defensive stop on first down. Handoff up the middle to number 9, Danny Fleming, who fights off a defender and did pick up the first down on that play. A great strong run by the sophomore.
It's a quick little misdirection. This is another one of those examples. Danny Fleming won't get a lot of touches in this game, but every single person that gets the ball for Tewksbury seems to be able to do significant damage. And so on a 2nd and long, Fleming gets his first touch of the game. Bang, first down, and now they're inside the 15.
The Redmen using their 3-headed monster at running back so far, and we haven't even seen a touch from senior captain Shane Elward yet, except on the 90-yard kickoff return. Be 1st and 10. Elward will get the handoff on this play. Fight forward for some extra yards to the North Andover 10-yard line.
So already, as you said, we haven't finished the first quarter yet. 4 different backs have carried the ball for Tewksbury, and now they're in business.
1:10 remaining on the clock here in the first quarter of play. It's a 2nd down and 4 for the Redmen. Similar to the North Andover drive, yet to see a passing play so far from Ryan Remetta. See if they go to it here. As it is another handoff to the right side to Kalua Alou. Is able to gain about 2 or 3, and then stopped by the North Andover defense.
Looks like they may want to come in for a... Oh, no, they had a timeout because a North Andover player lost his helmet, and they had to substitute him out. So 3rd and about a half a yard.
So as Bill said, about 3rd and inches for the Redmen here. Knocking on the doorstep at the 5-yard line. Handoff to Shane Elward. Did he get into the end zone? Yes, he did. Shane Elward, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game to give the Redmen lead right back.
Touchdown.
Shane Elward, nothing fancy, right up the middle. He was bringing that right over center. One quick step to the left and just sliced it right in, just over the line of the end zone. And so now Tewksbury back on top.
Shane Elward's 8th touchdown of the season and just the 4th game for the Redmen, as they will go for the 2-point conversion after the missed PAT on their first touchdown drive. And as the flag comes out before the snap, it's going to be a false start on the Redmen, going to push them back for the 2-point conversion.
That's too bad. This is going to make it significantly harder. Going to move the ball back out to about the 8-yard line for this conversion attempt, and they're making wholesale substitutions. Looks like they may decide now to try to kick it.
As we do see Tyler Keogh come on the field. And yes, they will attempt the PA. Keogh missed his first one wide left. Let's see if he can put the Redmen up by 7. Snap is good. The hold is down, and Keogh, he got this one. And with 24 ticks to go in the first quarter, the Redmen have the 13-6 lead over the North Andover Knights.
A very nice start for the Tewksbury offense, moving smartly down the field. Excellent execution, all on the ground, using multiple backs, multiple options. And one thing that I've been noticing the last couple of games, there's something that Brian Aylward does with his offense that you do not see very many high school teams do, and that is he has got multiple sets that he uses and multiple substitution sets. He will change up guys 4 and 5 at a time for a certain offensive set. You don't see that very often. So he's got, instead of just really 11 regulars on offense, maybe 12, he's got more like 14 or 15 regulars in his offensive rotation. And what that does, especially when you're able to use a lot of running backs, that keeps the legs fresh, it keeps your linemen fresh. You'll see him bring in some different tight ends. You'll see him bring in different receivers. And we saw that again on that drive.
So Keogh will send this kick to about the 15-yard line on the North Andover sideline, caught by number 3, Ricky Brutus, who gets tackled at around the 35-yard line on the North Andover side of the field. Ricky Brutus, the transfer from Methuen last season.
We saw Methuen a couple of weeks ago, and you were mentioning before the broadcast that they could be even better than they are. They won their third game of the year last night. But having a back like Ricky Brutus would make them even stronger, even deeper. But he's getting an opportunity here at North Andover.
So 16 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play here at Doucette. The Redmen with the 13-6 advantage. Here is North Andover, second drive of the ball game. It'll be a jet sweep the left side to Matt Chico, who breaks off a few tackles and then it's going to be taken down by Danny Fleming.
A nice job by Chico avoiding the tackle. They had an opportunity to get him for the loss, but he managed to make it a positive gain. But a good job by the Tewksbury defense stretching that out.
So it'll be second and about 7 for North Andover on their 38-yard line.
An interesting situation right now. There's no time showing on the clock, but apparently the referees have got some time left on their watches.
So North Andover will run another play here to Freddie Gavin, but he's locked up right at the line of scrimmage once again by Owen Gilligan.
Owen Gilligan and Riley Oth, a nice play, stuffing them and forcing a 3rd and long here. Really good job blowing that up right at the line of scrimmage.
Lead the way. 3rd down and 7 for North Andover.
We see Dylan Shandover, 78th, subbing out for the Redmen here on another big 3rd down. Will be a pass play, pass out to the right side to Ricky Brutus, who gets taken down by Will McKay and Danny Fleming just short of the line to gain.
That's a nice job by McKay coming in and Fleming. They had some good blocking up front on that, and it looked like he might be able to make a big gain, but they went low on him, grabbed hold of the ankles, and stuffed him.
Still have gotten no word yet on the clock situation. Here, as we've been signaled, there is no end of the first quarter so far, as the clock has been showing triple zeros. But the referees definitely had enough time to North Andover's drive to continue, as it'll bring up a 4th down. And Stephen Arsenault took the hard count, and that'll result in North Andover first down after the neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, Arsenault was coming hard up the middle. He was looking for that blitz in the A gap, right in between the center and the guard, and just got caught a little too enthusiastic on that.
So Arsenault with the 5-yard penalty on that, and that'll give North Andover the first down. It's going to be a handoff the right side to Gavin again. Looks like he got stopped right about midfield as a helmet is coming off of one of the North Andover players.
Gavin again with the carry and the gang tackling by Tewksbury for the stop. The penalty on Arsenault, we should point out, is one of the new rules. He did not touch anybody on the other side. However, with one of the new rules this year, they will call it a dead ball. They'll call the offside immediately as soon as a defensive player crosses the line. So there's no free plays anymore, and you can also not get back on the right side.
So it'll be a fake toss, and then up the middle getting the ball is number 5 again, Freddie Gavin. But the Redmen are right there to stop him after a gain of about 4 yards.
It was just a red wave. Fleming is there, Auth is there, Gilligan is there, and that was only 3 of about 6 who were in on that tackle.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 6 from the Redmen 46. Another big 3rd down here for the Redmen defense. It's going to be a toss to the right side to Gavin. Try to get to the outside, but another great defensive stop by the Redmen. Looks like it was number 70, Robbie Kimtis, the senior captain, getting to the outside to make the stop.
He did it, and I should note, we and the fans at home probably noticed this before we did. There was no extended timeout, but the teams changed sides, and we're into the second quarter here.
There was no delaying or timeout we saw from the officials. They just swapped sides to begin the second quarter just like that. The time on the clock does show under 9 minutes to go here in the first half. 4th down for North Andover. Schillemer will look downfield. He's got to scramble out of the pocket. He'll find a way up the middle, and we'll get a North Andover first down. Will Schillemer with a great athletic play on 4th down.
Nice individual effort by Schillemer on that play. He had nobody open. He had the rush coming in and just tucked it and did it all himself, and it keeps the drive alive.
Very similar play to what we saw of Connor Bryant, the star quarterback of Methuen, when the Redmen had a tough home loss in week 2. First down for the Knights as Schillemer tried to get room up the middle, but is taken down at the line of scrimmage by Owen Gilligan.
Gilligan's playing a nice game at his defensive end position, and he's really stepped up. One of the key players out for Tewksbury today is defensive end Richard Marquardt, and that's a big loss on that line. And Gilligan has stepped up nicely so far in the first half.
So 2nd and 10 for North Andover after the no gain on first down. It's going to be a rollout right and looking over the middle. And the referees are going to rule that a catch by number 28, Jaden Gavin, the brother of Freddie Gavin.
88, Max Wolfgang.
That was a nice catch, and I think they're saying 88 on that. Max Wolfgang on that did a nice job getting low, sliding on the ground, getting his hands underneath that low throw, and making the catch.
So that is a first down for North Andover and around the 15-yard line of the Redmen. Freddie Gavin's going to get the carry on this one, but the Redmen are right there at the line of scrimmage to make the good stop.
51, Stephen Arsenault.
Arsenault got the penetration on that play. Gilligan in there, McKay in there.
For the Knights.
They're getting, one of the things that we had said early in the season was the Redmen were giving up a lot of yardage on first down. They're doing a lot better job of that. They did a lot better job against BC High, and they're doing a lot better job on first down again today.
So about 2nd and 8 It's going to be a fake handoff, and that's going to be a quick out shovel to Gavin, who's got the corner of the end zone, and that is a touchdown, North Andover.
That's an
But it looks like there was a flag down.
They're going to call an illegal shift on North Andover. So that's going to take that touchdown off the board and eliminate what was a nice play, play by the quarterback to make the what was a pitch, but really was a forward pass to Gavin for the touchdown. But they're calling the illegal shift, and that's a big break for Tewksbury.
I didn't see any flags down or the whistle calling it dead before the snap, but they did call an illegal shift. Just nobody saw what the official had called. So that's going to bring the touchdown back, and North Andover is going to lose about 5 yards and make it around 2nd and 13.
Tewksbury needs to take advantage of this break now. They've got North Andover on 2nd and long. If they can make a big play here, they could force them into a passing situation.
As like Bill said, it is a passing situation now. Plenty of time to throw for Schillemer. He's just going to run it up the middle. And gang tackling by the Redmen once again, as Schillemer will get back to the original line of scrimmage before the illegal shift penalty.
Schillemer again tucking it when he didn't see anybody available, but that time Tewksbury did a much better job of tracking him down on the scramble.
Very good defensive coverage downfield from the Redmond secondary. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8 for the Knights. It's going to be a read option up the middle. Looks like Riley Oth missed a tackle in the middle there, and Schillemer. Looks like they're going to mark him just short of the first down marker. Another 4th down coming up.
You're right about that. Oth had a chance to get him right in the backfield, or maybe just at the line of scrimmage. Tried to go high, and Schillemer was able to run through the tackle and set up what's a really big 4th down play here in the 2nd quarter.
And with that, North Andover is going to use their first timeout of the first half. Just a quick update if you're just joining us. I'm Andrew Delpian. Alongside me is Bill Gilman, and the Redmen have the 13-6 lead over the defending Division II Super Bowl champion North Andover Knights. 4:45 to go in the first half.
North Andover, coached by John Dubzinski, who is something of a member of high school football coaching royalty. I happen to know the family very well. His grandfather is a legendary coach, Walt Dubzinski Sr. at Gardner High School. He played professional football for the New York Giants in the 40s. Before that, his father, John Dubzinski Sr., was a coach at Leominster High and Fitchburg High, and his uncle, Walt Dubzinski Jr., at Gardner and Lunenburg. So it's in his blood.
So a 4th down here for North Andover. To hand off to the right side of Gavin, who did get the first down, and he will get into the end zone. I don't see any flags down or a whistle before the snap, so this touchdown will count for Freddie Gavin.
Well, you talk about 3rd down conversions being important. So far in the first half for the Tewksbury defense, the problem has been 4th down. North Andover has, I think this is now the 3rd time that they've converted on 4th down here in the first half. Tewksbury defense has had a chance to get off the field and just have not been able to do it so far. So they're going to need to tighten that up in the second half for sure.
So both offenses have scored touchdowns on their opening drives, as it is 13-12 right now in the Redmond advantage. And it looks like the North Andover offense is staying on the field. They're going to go for 2 and try to take the lead. It's going to be a pitch play to the right side of Gavin, who's going to try to get the edge. And it looked like the Redmen just stopped him, as the referee did rule him down in a great defensive stop on the 2-point conversion to keep the Redmen lead.
Excellent play. That was Nolan Timmons over there, I think, who made the stop. Freddie Gavin, give him credit. He made a second and a third effort to try to get the conversion, but Tewksbury would just not let him get free. So, thanks to that, Tewksbury finds himself holding a 1-point lead.
4:39 to go here in the first half. Redmond still clinging to that 1-point lead after North Andover has missed a PAT and has failed on the 2-point conversion. See if North Andover goes to a similar kickoff, just keeping it short out of the hands of Shane Elward. And it's going to be another kick downfield, but this one's going to be taken by Tyler Keogh at around the 15. And a strong return from Keogh. He'll get out to the Redmond 33-yard line, and that's where Ryan Romena and the Redmond offense are going to start this drive.
Well, the Redmen did an excellent job on the opening drive. The front line did an excellent job opening up holes for several Tewksbury running backs. We'll see if they decide to keep it on the ground here or if Brian Elward opens it up a little bit for Ryan Rometa and they go to the air.
As we've only seen 2 total pass plays in the game, both from when North Andover has had the football. We've seen all running plays from the Redmen so far, as that'll continue to be the motto as Kyle DeRigo straight up the gut to the Redmond 45. Big gain on first down.
That was the same play we saw Tewksbury use to open the game with DeRigo in the tailback position in the power I formation with the 2 fullbacks, and this time he went for a big gain over that right side.
I'm surprised we haven't seen North Andover try to stack the box a little bit more, as we've yet to see a passing play. So they still look like they're in the 4-3 formation. So it looks like they're about to stack the box here on defense. It's going to be a pitch play to the right side to Shane Elward, who's going to break off a tackle to the right sideline. He's got one man to beat. He tries to split the defenders. He's still on his feet and will take the defender down to the North Andover 18-yard line.
Oh, North Andover had a chance to make that play at the line of scrimmage. Once Shane Elward gets into the open field, you are in big trouble. And it just took 2 plays, and Tewksbury is in the red zone.
So a big gain on that play by the senior captain, Shane Elward, who's been the lead part of this offense so far this season. .3:30 to go in the first half. The Redmen at the 18-yard line. So it's going to be a handoff to Kyle DeRigo, who sidesteps the defender, try to find room up the middle. Looks like he only got 2 or 3.
DeRigo might want to have that run back. He had a chance if he could have bounced it to the outside. There was a lot of turf there, but he brought it back inside. Just got a couple of yards, but a positive play and keeps things moving as we wind down in the second quarter.
Ball spotted on the 15-yard line of the North Andover side of the field. Redmond will go 2 wideouts to the left side. It'll be Nolan Timmons and Shane Elward. There is a whistle before the snap. And it looks like North Andover took their second timeout of the first half.
Something that John Dubzinski saw that he did not like there. So decided that to take the timeout. I was talking about John Dubzinski a bit earlier. He came to North Andover after a stellar coaching career at Arlington High School with the Spy Ponders there. Did a really good job, built up that program, and now he's at a very high profile program in North Andover, taking over a team that has had outstanding success in the recent past. But I think that fans of football up here in the Merrimack Valley who may not be familiar with Dubzinski and with his teams are going to find that he brings a lot of knowledge, a lot of integrity to his coaching, and I think they'll enjoy him being part of the football scene here in the Merrimack Valley.
Definitely a reason why we saw them take home the D2 North crown, the D2 crown last season. So the Redmen are lined up at the line of scrimmage, but we got to see the North Andover defense.
They were set to go. The offense said, well, we're ready.
It'll be a 2nd and 7 from the North Andover 15. Redmen still have all 3 timeouts remaining. And it looks like there was some miscommunication on the snap, but Kalu'olu somehow still got some positive gain out of that inside the 10-yard line.
There was a bit of a miscommunication. It looked like maybe that was supposed to go to the up back.
Looked like it was Pat Fleming.
But it winds up in the hands of Alou, and he turns it into a nice gain, and 3rd and maybe inches right now. Oh, no, they're going to give him the first down.
Looks like the ball is spotted on the 8-yard line now, as it is a 1st and goal to go. 2:30 remaining in the first half. Handoff to Kyle DeRigo. Ooh, touchdown saving tackle from Jaden Mencina right there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. He could smell the end zone. He hit that hole quickly and just lost his balance on the hit, but down to the 3.
2nd and goal from the 3. See if the Redmen try another run play right here to punch it in and extend their lead. Handoff again to Kyle DeRigo. Sneaks under the defenders. It is in for the Tewksbury touchdown. Kyle DeRigo, his 2nd touchdown of the season, and the Redmen extend their lead.
This has been so impressive. The Tewksbury offensive line, that was behind Big Mike Woodford. They've done such a nice job here in the first half, opening up holes for the Tewksbury backs.
So Tyler Keogh back on the field for the extra point. And looks like Antonio Capello just forgot to snap the ball there. And that'll bring the Redmen back 5 yards.
The ball stop penalty is going to go against the Redmen.
Saw that a few times against Methuen with some missed snaps. And that hopefully doesn't cost the Redmen here on this PAT.
That's the 2nd time they've had a penalty on a conversion attempt, and that'll drive Coach Elwood nuts.
This one's a good snap. It is down, and the extra point is good. And with 1:46 remaining in the 2nd quarter of play, the Redmen have the 20-12 advantage over North Andover.
20, North Andover 12.
Well, the offense most definitely is doing its job this afternoon. This is as crisp and as effective as we've seen the offense play these last few weeks. But now it's up to the defense. So far, North Andover's had 2 possessions and 2 touchdowns. We saw that last week. We saw it against Methuen. We saw it last week against BC High, where the Eagles scored on their first 2 possessions. Now in that game, Tewksbury was able to make the adjustments that they needed and shut down the Eagles the rest of the way. We'll see what happens today, but this is, for Brian Aylward's defense, this is not the start he was hoping for.
We've seen 5 total possessions and 5 touchdowns so far from both of these offenses. Keogh's kick will be taken at the 13-yard line, up the middle with some room, and a good kickoff return and a good defensive play. Number 17, Matt Chico, on the return for the Knights.
That was good coverage. Matt Chico is a dangerous return man. He's already returned 1 this year for a touchdown. Nice job on the coverage by the Redmen.
And they're going to mark Chico down at the 32-yard line as North Andover comes back onto the field. 3rd offensive drive with 1:37 to go in the first half.
Well, one would think that John Dobzinski is going to have to open up his offense here with 1:37 to go.
Schimler will take the snap out of the shotgun. Will look downfield. Good coverage by the Redmen. He's going to have to roll out right, but it is completed. As the clock will keep moving, as it looks like it was caught by number 22, Jake Lewinsky.
good pressure by the Redmen, an even better job by Schimmeler keeping that play alive and finding the open man.
And you can see why North Andover is having trouble moving the ball downfield via the passing game. Great coverage by the Redmen so far. And with that, North Andover is going to use their final timeout here in the first half.
Before the snap, North Andover is going to take a timeout.
We'll see if that winds up becoming a real problem with a minute 5 to go here and still 60 yards to go to the end zone. But you're right. You're absolutely right about the play of the Tewksbury defensive backs. They've been doing an excellent job keeping coverage on the deep routes, and anything that Schimmeler has gone to has been more in the 5, 10, maybe 15-yard range. He hasn't been able to find anybody deep downfield.
So that first down play from North Andover cost him about 30 to 40 seconds on the opening play. Definitely something you don't want to see when you're trying to get to the end zone when it's 63 yards away from you. As North Andover does get the ball to start the second half. It's going to be a rollout left. Looking downfield for a receiver, and it is caught by number 17, Matt Chico.
Wow, Chico with a really nice catch there. Pat Fleming came in on the pass rush and almost had the sack, but an excellent play by Schimmeler.
Clock keeps ticking. First down and 10 for North Andover. It's going to be a rollout right here, looking way downfield. He's got a receiver, Matt Chico, and there is a late flag coming down. And it looks like this one's going to be defensive pass interference on Nolan Timmons, as he never turned his head around to look at the football.
You're right, that was exactly what it was. He threw his hand up when he saw Chico looking for the ball, going for the ball, but instead of turning his head, he kept it face to face with Chico, and they threw the flag.
So unlike NFL rules where it is the spot of the foul, it is a 15-yard penalty here in the MIAA, as North Andover will be located at the Redmond 23-yard line. Let's see where they mark this clock. It's going to say 33 ticks to go left in the half. Shotgun snap, and it's just going to be a simple dump-off play to the right side to Freddie Gabin. Most importantly, he got out of bounds. Only got about 5 to 6 yards on first down.
Yeah, he faked cutting back inside and was smart enough to cut it back to the outside. So not a big gain, but as you say, the most important thing was he stopped the clock.
So 6-yard gain takes about 9 seconds off the clock. North Andover spotted right at the 15. 5 out wide. And the Redmen bring the blitz as he just gets the pass off. Clock keeps running. Pass was caught by Jaden Mencina.
They have to try to spike it here.
10 seconds to go. Clock keeps ticking. And as they do, they will spike it down. But since they were in the shotgun formation, that has to be intentional grounding.
You're right. They threw the flag. You can't spike out of the out of that. And if this requires a runoff, which I think it does, of the clock, that could end the second quarter. That could bring us into halftime. That was a huge mistake by the North Andover quarterback.
I believe the ruling it is a 5-second runoff of the intentional grounding. Let's see what the referee's ruling here. Is a huge mistake from the North Andover offense to not set up under center to smite the football. As it seemed like everyone here in the stadium knew the rule. Just Will Schimmeler just didn't.
No, he didn't. And when he set up in the shotgun, I thought for a minute they were going to run a play. It really kind of surprised me when he went to spike it from where he was. Now they're looking.
I'll check Jack's camera.
So the call is intentional grounding.
Lost it down, second down.
Yeah, is that the sports camera? What is it?
It looks like they will be able to run a play here.
So it is going to be second and down, as it is a loss of down. The clock does keep ticking, and is a passing play, still looking downfield. He's going to launch it into the end zone, and that's going to be way over everyone's head into the stands. And at the end, he won half a play here at Doucette. The Redmen have the 20-12 lead over the North Andover Knights.
Well, that was a big stand right there. As you said, North Andover getting the ball to start the second half. And even though North Andover was able to drive the ball deep into Tewksbury territory, just from an emotional standpoint, a momentum standpoint, it was key for Tewksbury to keep them off the board.
And that'll do it for the end of the first half. We'd like you to all stay tuned, enjoy the halftime show by the TMHS Marching Band. We'll see you guys in the second half.
So it's put your hands together for high school cheerleaders and future cheerleaders too.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the second half here at Doucette Field as the Tewksbury Redmen have the 20-14 lead over the defending Division II Super Bowl champion North Andover Knights. I'm Andrew Del Piana, and joining me for today's game is my partner, Bill Gilman. Bill, welcome to the second half here.
Well, we're looking forward to what should be an exciting second half. The only thing that stopped either of these offenses was the clock in the at the end of the half. Tewksbury had two drives and scored on both of them, plus on the opening kickoff, and North Andover scored on their first two drives and was on their way to a third. So both defenses will have their work cut out for them. But fortunately for Tewksbury, the difference was the opening kickoff return by Shane Aylward, and they have the 8-point lead coming into the second half.
A very interesting end to the second half as North Andover quarterback Will Schimmeler spiked the ball out of the shotgun, causing North Andover an intentional grounding penalty that took 5 seconds off the clock and allowed him only one play left to end the first half. And just a miscue there that definitely could have cost North Andover some points to cut this lead to about 5.
Absolutely. It's and what's also interesting is that they have a pretty good kicker, but they opted to go for the touchdown on the one play that they could run instead of trying for the field goal, and that last pass went through the end zone. It was only one of two incomplete passes for Schimmeler in that first half. He was 7 of 9 for 81 yards, picked up another 41 yards on the ground. He's really been the top offensive threat for North Andover in the game.
And definitely we'll look at the Redmen offense so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. No passing attempts from Ryan Remetta so far, as the Redmen have ran 13 plays, 13 runs for 117 yards, using 4 different backs in the first half.
Yeah, when you can average 9 yards per carry, then you don't have to do an awful lot of passing. And as we've said, 4 different backs running the ball. They've just really done an excellent job. The guys up front, Woodford, Kimtis has done a real nice job. Antonio Capello done a real nice job up there. They've just dominated the line of scrimmage so far in this game.
Definitely something to add, and you said we definitely saw very much needed depth from Owen Gilligan today. Now in the tight end spot, replacing Richie Markworth, who was out for today, but Gilligan on the outside today, playing both sides on the tight end, having a great day blocking for this Redmen rushing game.
He really has. He's done a nice job blocking, and he's made some big plays defensively from his defensive end spot. So a real nice game so far.
So North Andover will receive the second half kickoff, as Keogh will send this one the length of the field to the 15-yard line. That is Matt Chico with the return, but a great tackle from number 34, Cam Samino, on the kickoff.
Again, good kickoff coverage. This is a dangerous return game that North Andover has. They've had a couple of run back for touchdowns this year, and but a nice job stopping them at the 35.
So that's where North Andover will begin their 4th drive of the ball game. As we said at the end of the first half, time cut their drive short and enter the second half down by 8.
And folks, if you're missing a set of keys, please come on up to the PA booth. Found a set of keys hanging on a fence.
This will be a handoff up the middle to Sebastian Vente, who kept the feet moving and got about to the 38-yard line.
Pretty good stop on first down. The Redmen have done a decent job on first down, not allowing the big plays. It's been more on the 3rd and 4th downs, trying to get off the field where they've had a problem.
So a good stop there on first down brings up about 2nd and 5. Handoff to the right side this time. This will be Ricky Brutus for about 2. Brings up about 3rd and 3.
Nice tackle by Arsenault on that play. Riley Oth also in there. the Redmen have made a switch on the defensive line, and this is interesting. They have moved Mike Woodford inside instead of at defensive tackle. They've moved him to nose tackle. He's the biggest defensive lineman they've got. They've moved Riley Oth over to defensive tackle. So it'll be interesting to see what impact that might have.
So a handoff to the left side is Ricky Brutus, but a great defensive stop at the line of scrimmage by number 2, Will McKay, once again.
Well, here we are again, 4th and short. There were 3 of these in the first half. North Andover was able to convert on all of them. Let's see if on the first chance of the second half, if the Redmen can make a stand.
And after that failed third down, North Andover only 1 for 5 in the ball game on third down conversions, but the most important thing, 2 for 3 on fourth down conversions. So it'll be a 4th and 1 for North Andover. Handoff up the middle to Freddie Gavin, and he's got room down the right sideline. Shane Elward's the only one back there, and he did pull him down at about the 2-yard line, but on 4th and 1, North Andover gets all the way down to the Redmond 2-yard line.
Well, once again, 4th down proving to be the undoing of the Redmond defense in this game. The touchdown saved by Elward, played a nice angle on that to take Gavin down, but 1st and goal inside the 5.
As you said there, Elward with the touchdown saving tackle pulled him down by the horse collar on the 2-yard line. No flag was thrown there. 1st and goal for the Knights. And it'll be a QB keeper, and he is in for the touchdown. That is quarterback Will Schillemer, his first touchdown of the ball game, and just like that, North Andover is 2 points away from tying the ball game up.
Not the way the Redmen wanted to start the second half defensively. Again, they had them. They made 3 nice plays, forced a 4th down, and that one big play really just blew up the effort by the defense. So now North Andover will try to tie the game with the 2-point conversion.
We're still yet to see a defensive stop from either team as the North Andover offense remains on the field to try to convert the 2-point conversion. They did fail on the earlier one, but this one's going to be another keeper right up the gut. Will Schillemer again, and he is in for the 2-point conversion, and just like that, we are tied at 20 apiece.
Tewksbury's going to need to try to figure out. We haven't seen a lot of risk taking, but then again, other than that last drive, North Andover hasn't had to throw the ball much either. It's just been straight ahead, pounding, grinding it out on the ground for both teams, and neither team, as you said, aside from the drive at the end of the first half, neither team has been able to stop the other so far.
So North Andover only takes 2 minutes, 20 seconds, and 5 plays, including the 2-point conversion, to tie the ball game up. 9:40 to go in the third quarter.
Well, aside from that first opening kickoff, North Andover has opted to go with the squib kick each time, and we'll see if they stick with that strategy.
So it'll be the salvo on the kickoff again. They do send it deep, put to Tyler Keogh's side of the field. He caught that around the 3-yard line, and he slips around the 12 and will be marked down at the 13, and not what the Redmen wanted to do on the kickoff to start their first drive of the third quarter.
No, it was not. That's too bad. He had a little bit of room up that side of the field, just lost his footing. And I misspoke earlier. On one of the kickoffs from the first half, North Andover did kick it to Tyler Keogh. But they are definitely trying to keep it away from Shane Elward.
So the Redmen offense on the field for the first time here in the second half, still yet to have a passing play as that continues here in the third quarter. Kyle Dorigo, good gain on first down up to the 20-yard line.
Kyle Dorigo having a couple of words for the North Andover players that tackled them. Not sure what transpired there, but an excellent gain on first down right up the gut.
And after the not so well kickoff return from Tyler Keogh, a much needed 8-yard gain on first down to bring him up to the 20. Pitch play to Elward, but the flag was down before the snap. It'll be a full start on the Redmen. Push him back 5 yards, back to the 15.
Shane Elward just slapped himself in the helmet. I think he was the one who jumped a little too quickly. He was going to be getting that pitch to the left side, and but just started a half a beat early.
So that'll push the Redmen back 5 yards. It's going to be a 2nd and 9 now after the false start penalty. Kaluolu now in the backfield. It's going to be a play-action pass. Remetta's going to look down the right sideline, and Shane Elward with the tip-toe catch. Remetta's first passing attempt of the ball game. It's a completed pass to Shane Elward and a first down.
Excellent pass on the rollout. We saw Remetta use the rollout effectively last week against BC High to avoid the pressure, buy himself some more time, and that was just a nicely executed play.
So far, Remetta with the perfect QBR rating so far into the third quarter. With a great route run by Elward on the comeback route. 1st and 10 for the Redmen. It's going to be a handoff up the middle as multiple flags come down in the field. Fleming spun off the tackle. Didn't feel like he was marked down. But there was flag on the play. Looks like we're going to have a false start here. So we're getting from the line judge. Yep, and that will be the call. Erase that play. 1st and 15 coming up.
A little bit sloppy here in the early going of the first drive of the third quarter for Tewksbury. That would have been a nice first down gain, and it's eliminated, and now they find themselves 1st and 15. Now, to this point, North Andover hasn't had an answer for trying to stop the Tewksbury offense, but starting out 1st and 15 doesn't help.
Remetta handoff to the left side to Shane Elward. He's got blockers in front of him. He's got room down the left sideline. It's going to be a foot race down the left sideline. He's going to try to cut back. Still in bounds. Still got some blockers in front of him. Trying to still find some empty space. And Shane Elward is into the end zone for the 3rd time today.
What a tremendous run by Shane Elward. Oh, was that a great run. And you got to give credit right out of the gate to Robert Kimtis, who was the lead blocker on that. Opened up a gaping hole. And then once Elward got into the open field, frankly, he just made some of the North Andover players look silly. He was using his blockers well downfield. He got some help from the Tewksbury receivers, and darted back and forth a few times to get himself into the end zone.
So Keogh looking to extend the lead to 7 here on the PAT. Snap is down. Keogh's extra point is good, and with 7:26 to go in the third quarter, the Redmen have regained the lead 27-20.
One of the things that we saw from North Andover through their first 3 games this year is that they are susceptible to the big play, and in both of their previously they had given up touchdown plays of over 40 yards, and I think you saw just right there that once a back gets into the secondary, that North Andover doesn't have great speed in their defensive backfield, and in that case Aylward just showed again great footwork. He shifted the ball to the outside so that it was protected. Just a textbook run for him.
Definitely saw down about the 20-yard line. North Andover kind of gave up and thought Shane Elward was just going to step out of bounds, but he cuts back and finds his way into the corner of the end zone, and the Redmen have the lead. So Keogh is it a squib kick right up the middle. North Andover is going to have to fall on this, but Gavin gets a good bounce, trying to find some space. He's taken down at the horse collar by number 84, Pager Green.
Yeah, I think Green was able to just get enough of the jersey below the collar to avoid the penalty there, but it was good coverage, and North Andover will have to start inside their own 30-yard line.
So it's going to be up to the Redmond defense here to try to stop North Andover after the touchdown drive, as they have not been able to stop the Knights so far today. It's a high snap, but Gavin's going to get the carry on that one, but Stephen Arsenault once again in the backfield to make the tackle for the loss.
That's the play Arsenault's been looking to make all game long. He's been shooting the gap. He's been coming up inside. That time he got there, he timed his blitz perfectly and wrapped up Freddie Gavin for the loss.
He's been playing very strong these past few games at the middle linebacker position. Definitely something the Redmen need after that defense was demolished, as we could say, against the Rangers back in week 2. So it'll be a 2nd and 12 coming up. It's going to be a play action pass to the right side, and it is over the head, and it is almost intercepted by Jake Kaiser. And as looks like it was intended for number 88, Max Wolfgang.
That was some nice defense. They had a couple of receivers in the area. Both were covered very, very well. So now here we go again, 3rd and long. This is an excellent chance for the Tewksbury defense to get their first stop of the game and to get off of the field, give their offense a chance to maybe open up a significant lead here.
A missed throw by Schillemer that definitely almost got intercepted there, but it's just an incomplete pass. 3rd and 12 coming up from the 25. 5 out wide for North Andover. Drops back to throw, looking over the middle. And it is going to be caught as number 6, Jaden Mencina, hangs on to it. And that is a first down on the 3rd down conversion of 3rd and 12.
The coverage was there. The coverage was tight, but the throw was right on the money, and an excellent catch by Mencia.
So after the conversion, North Andover 1st down and 10 from the 43-yard line on their side of the field. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Redmond right there after a gain about 2 or 3. Handoff looks like got in the hands of Sebastian Vente.
Sebastian Vente doesn't get too many carries for this offense, but he's a big back, 200 pounds, and he's a load to take down when he does get it.
Only had 1 touch for 4 yards in that first half, but a 5-yard gain on 1st down. He's going to get the carry here again, but he is driven in the backfield. Looks like number 78, Dylan Chandler, was there to make the stop.
He's a big back. Dylan Chandler is bigger. Dylan Chandler, the big defensive tackle, just ate him up and forces a 3rd and 5 here.
So lucky that Vente was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down. Looks like about 4 from the 49-yard line. Handoff to the right side to Gavin, but a great defensive play by number 51, Stephen Arsenault, to get right into the backfield on 3rd down.
Wow, that was the same play to the other side with the exact same result. They tried to run Gavin behind Vente as a lead blocker, but again, Arsenault just shot in and made the play from behind and wrapped up Gavin for the loss.
You saw Gavin slow to get up there, making his way to the North Andover sideline. As we'll see North Andover's punt unit for the first time today. And it's a high snap way over Schillemer's. And punt's going to get blocked by Owen Gilligan. And the Redmen are going to have great field position to start this drive. What a great block on the punt from Owen Gilligan.
Well, a huge break for Tewksbury and a chance for them to take firm control of this game. The bad snap Schimmeler kept his composure and tracked it down and tried to get the punt off, but Gilligan also kept his composure and had presence of mind enough to go to get his hands up and block that punt, and Tewksbury has the ball, looks like about the 7-yard line.
And a great special teams play from the Redmen defense. Their first true stop of the ball game sets the offense up in a great position to take firm control of the ball game. First and goal. Handoff to Dorigo up the middle. Plunge forward. Looks like he got about the 3 or 2 yard line for second and goal.
Going back to that bad snap on the punt, I was a little surprised not to see John Dobzinski gamble on that and go for it on fourth down. He has done that a few times, but maybe now we've seen why he's gone for it and not tried to punt.
We've seen the long snapper have some trouble on that one. Puts the Redmen in great position to put some more points on the board. Dorigo with the carry again, but he's going to get stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Much needed defensive play on second down for the North Andover defense.
That was a real good play by the North Andover defense, stuffing it. Max Wolfgang in on that play. Looked like Ricky Brutus was in on that play as well.
Third and goal for the Redmen.
Looks like they're marking it maybe about the 3 yard line.
So third and goal from the 3. The Redmen definitely going to need to convert and try to put some points on the board after the great starting field position at the 7.
Right over Chandler. One hole.
Handoff to Elward. And they're going to mark him just short of the goal line. That's going to bring up fourth and goal.
Well, they went with their bread and butter there. They went to Shane Elward running behind Kalu'alu, running behind Dylan Chandler on that right side, and came up just short. I don't think there's any doubt about what we're going to see Tewksbury do here. They're going to go for it.
This is a real shame if the Redmen can't convert and put the ball in the end zone after starting their drive at the 7 yard line. So it'll be fourth and goal, 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play. And before that, we see Brian Elward put up the timeout signal, and the Redmen will use their first timeout of the second half.
Tewksbury had been going to a spread formation, looking to spread out that North Andover defense. It's doubtful at the 1 yard line that they were actually going to throw the ball, but they definitely wanted to spread out the defense. But there was something about it that Brian Elward did not like, and he recognizes that even here with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, this is a huge pivotal moment in this game. If they can get a 2-touchdown lead, that would be enormous at this point.
We'll definitely look at the other side of the ball for North Andover. How big a stop would this be after the block punt to make a goal line stop?
Oh, it absolutely would. North Andover has not been able to stop Tewksbury's offense at all. If they could stop it here at the goal line, it could be a real huge momentum swing in their favor.
So here comes the play of the game. Fourth and goal from the 2 yard line. Redmen are going to need to punch this one in to increase their lead. Romero will come out of the shotgun formation. It'll be a pass play to the right side, and he misses Kyle Dorigo. The pass is incomplete, and the Redmen cannot convert from 7 yards out.
Well, that'll be my second badly missed call today. It really surprised me that they tried to throw the ball down the 1 yard line instead of just muscling it in. And it was a little surprising that they went to as the primary receiver to Dorigo instead of to Aylward, but they made the call, they made the effort, and now it looks like maybe at the 2 yard line, North Andover, with their first defensive stop, gets the ball back, and the muffed punt doesn't prove costly.
So definitely a turning point in the ball game. It's going to be a read option. The right up the middle is Schimmeler to get him out of that safety territory. It's going to be marked down and around the 10 yard line.
Looks like second down at about 4. Tewksbury really, if they want to hold on to the momentum that they got, they really need to make a stop here and force a punt, get the ball back in good field position. If they can force a punt from here, they should get the ball on the North Andover side of the 50.
Second down for North Andover. It's going to be a run right up the middle with the Redmond D-line right there to make the stop. Looked like it was Mike Woodford right at the line of scrimmage to make the play, along with, once again, Stephen Arsenal.
Tewksbury defense, much like they did in the second half against Boston College High, doing a better job against the run here. So this proves to be a big play here on 3rd and 3.
So 3rd and short, about a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Redmond would definitely profit off a 3rd down stop right now to force 4th down. Shotgun snap, drop back to throw. He's got lots of time in the pocket. He'll roll out right. And did they give him the 1st down on that one? It was Schimmeler on the outside.
Yeah.
See what the marking is from the referee. And after the scramble.
Oh, that is not going to make John Dudzinski happy. They moved the ball back. They had initially spotted it and then just moved it back at least a full yard to about the 10, it looks like. So they're going to be short by about 2 yards here.
Looks like they only gained about a yard on that play, and it looks like the punting unit is coming onto the field. And
They really don't have a choice here. I'm sure he'd love to go for it, but he can't risk it at his own 10-yard line. Not at this point in the game.
if there was a miscue like there was in the last drive, going over the punt over Schillemer's head, this is a good snap. He will get the punt away, but it's a very short punt that's going to get out of bounds. And the Redmen going to get great field position. Once again, this drive will start at the North Andover 35.
That was an excellent job on third down by the Tewksbury defense. Schillemer was scrambling, trying to find a receiver, and there was just nobody open. It was a great job by the defensive backs with Tewksbury to force him to try to scramble for the first down, and then an even better job to force him out of bounds to 2 yards short.
It looked like he might have got to about the line of gain, but forward progress looked like they marked him short. But either way, the Redmen back on offense. And Brian Elworth's going to take his second timeout of the second half.
Tewksbury's going to take a timeout.
With 31 seconds to go in the third quarter.
It looks like in that situation, it looks like there was a one-man short on the line. We saw as soon as the timeout was called, Mike Woodford was running out there. He apparently did not think he was in that alignment, but was supposed to be out there, so now they're set. However, that was their second timeout. We'll see if that proves costly in the fourth quarter.
Tewksbury now only has one remaining for the rest of the ball game. First and 10 from the 35. Handoff, cutting back to the left side is Shane Elward. Gonna break through a few tackles, and it looked like the ball was out. North Andover saying they recovered it. The referees are gonna take the players out of the pile.
Referees are not acting as though he was down on contact. And Shane kind of dove back for the ball, so it seemed like he thought it was a fumble.
And North Andover does have the football.
Recovers the fumble.
And it looks like Shane Elward is down after the play. He's going to need some help coming off the field. Like he's grabbing that right shoulder that he separated in the win last week. If Elward cannot go on, that is a costly loss for this Redmond offense and defense.
That would also explain the fumble. If he re-injured that shoulder, that's why he lost the ball. And Freddie Gavin for North Andover scooped it up. Big turn of momentum here as we wind down the end of the third quarter.
So a handoff the right side to Gavin. Only got about 2 or 3. As I spoke to Elward throughout the week, checking on that shoulder, he said that it was feeling better throughout the week, and he said he was good to go today, but looks like he might have just re-injured it, and that might take him out for the rest of the ball game.
Yeah, I've got to believe the way he was holding that they're gonna want to X-ray it, and not sure how bad the injury is, but he looks frustrated there on the sidelines right now, and I think you're right. I think he's done for the rest of the game.
And with that, that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. North Andover currently with the football. The Redmen have the 27-20 lead over the Division II defending Super Bowl champs. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the action here at Doucette Field. Fourth quarter just getting underway. It is 27-20. The Redmen have the lead over the North Andover Knights. At the end of the third quarter there, Shane Elward was stripped of the football, and North Andover takes over on offense. Elward injured on the play, re-injuring that shoulder that he hurt in last week's win. So North Andover football at their own 33-yard line, 2nd and 10. Roll out left, and pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage and almost intercepted by Stephen Arsenal.
Looked like that might have been either Chandler or Gilligan who got a hand on that ball, but a nice defensive play forcing a 3rd and long. And you know, I'm sure that Aylward's injury is on the minds of his teammates, but this is when a football team needs to step up when one of their top players goes down.
Especially a star cornerback as Elward is as well. It's going to replace the need there. 3rd and 10, another rollout left. Lots of pressure coming right at him. He's going to roll out to the right now. He's going to try to get the pass off, but the great defensive rush from the Redmen defense.
Well, we've been calling his name a lot. Owen Gilligan coming from the right side. Tremendous rush, and he knocked the arm of Schimmeler as he went to throw, and it never got anywhere near a receiver. So 4th down, and it looks like North Andover will have to punt again.
So the new return man for the Redmen, Tyler Keogh, standing around the 35-yard line on the Redmond side of the field. Another low snap, almost blocked again by Gilligan, as the ball will be touched down by Jaden Mencina at the Redmond 44-yard line, and that's where Ryan Rometta is going to start the drive.
I'm watching Shane Aylward here on the sidelines, and there's a couple of things I'm noting. One is he's staying right in shouting distance of the offensive coordinator and his father, the head coach. He wants back in this game. However, it should also be noted his right arm is hanging right now. He is favoring that right arm, and it would kind of surprise me to see him back in this football game, but not for lack of want.
So pitch play to the right side. Kaluolu, great gaping hole up the middle by the Redmen offensive line. He'll get up to the 50-yard line. Strong gain on 1st down.
Yeah, I think there'd be nothing more that Brian Aylward would like to see than a nice long touchdown drive here, open up a 2-score lead, and take some pressure off of his defense, and put this game away. A nice long drive that would eat up a good portion of this 4th quarter.
2nd and 4. Handoff again to Olu, but a great stop right at the offensive line. Number 22, Jake Lewitsky, on the stop for the Knights defensive line.
Lewitsky hit him low, and Ricky Brutus came in and got him high and knocked him back. That's not too often that you'll see a Lou get stopped and knocked backwards. Usually he's the one who will drive the defense back. So that was a nice defensive play.
So 3rd and 2 now for the Redmen at the North Andover 48. Handoff again to Olu. He's going to break off the initial tackle, and he's going to fall forward for a first down. What a play from Kalu Olu.
Terrific job by Olu. Spun out of a tackle, kept the legs going, and drove forward for the first down to keep the drive alive and eat up more of the clock. Excellent run.
We still see Shane Elward looming on the sidelines. He wants to get back into this football game really bad to help run out the rest of the clock with 10 minutes to go here in the final quarter. But for now, the Redmen will keep him on the sidelines. 1st and 10 from the 42. Handoff this time to Danny Fleming. Another great stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks like it was Lewinsky once again making the stop.
That was a nice play by Lewinsky. They tried the little misdirection trap inside, but he stayed at home and met him right at the line of scrimmage. Good play.
So only about a gain of 1 on the first down play. Bringing up 2nd down. Just about 9:15 to go in the 4th. It's going to be a play-action pass. Remetta off his back foot, and the pass is completed by Danny Fleming. Took a hit from the defender, but holds on to the football. Much-needed gain for the Redmen, picking up a first down.
Fleming didn't catch it cleanly. It kind of bounced off his hands, but he kept his concentration and held on to it, even though he got stuck by Sean Nichols and almost made the first down there.
It looked like Sean Nichols pushed him forward as well to gain him an extra yard. We do see the 3rd down here. Excuse us on that. We thought he picked up the first as he pushed him forward over the line of game, but it is 3rd down. Handoff right off the gut to Kyle Dorigo. Offensive line's going to push him forward. Looks like the referees are running in right at the first down marker.
If that's where they mark it, then he's got it. Yep, first down.
He only needed about 1 or 2 on that play, and looks like he got 2. As forward progress is given to him. First down, Redmen. 8 minutes to go in the 4th.
So you see again the wholesale substitutions here. 4 new players coming in as they come to a new offensive set. You just don't see this that often. So you have to have a lot of players who know multiple positions and are ready to go at a moment's notice.
Definitely why Brian Elward, 23rd season, has been so well for this Redmen team. And that is Lewinsky coming off the edge right there at his linebacker position to make a good stop.
Dorigo again on the carry. They had been running him most of the time behind that power I formation, or out of the power I formation. That time it was more of a straight handoff. But again, a couple of yards.
So ball will now be marked at the North Andover 30-yard line. 2nd and 9. Pitch play to the right side to Tyler Keogh. He's going to bounce off of Jaden Mencina out of bounds at around, see where they mark him where he got pushed out, right at the 26.
Bounce off is right. He got a serious pop on the sidelines, but was able to pick up about 5 or 6 yards on that play.
So it's going to be 3rd and 4 from the 26. It's going to be a play-action pass looking downfield. Rometti's got a receiver downfield. Nolan Timmons over the shoulder. And they're calling it a touchdown. He did complete the pass. Touchdown, Redmond. Nolan Timmons, second touchdown of the season. Another big gain touchdown. He had a 40-yard touchdown back in week 1 against Needham. His second of the season, and the Redmond lead is now at 13.
What a pass by Ryan Rometta. That was great pass protection. He had time to let the patterns develop. He had a couple of receivers going deep. And Timmons was running a flag route. He got behind the defense, and Rometta put it right on his hands. A terrific pass, a terrific play, and Tewksbury has taken firm control of this game.
And Keogh's extra point is good. There's some trouble at the line of scrimmage, but with 6:18 to go in the fourth quarter, the Redmen lead 34-20 over the North Andover Knights.
Nice job by Ryan Rometta, by the way, and it's a small point, but it's a key point. Ryan Rometta held on that, was the holder on that extra point. Normally, the holder is Shane Aylward. And with Aylward now out with the shoulder injury, they need another holder. You put in a secondary holder, and that can muck things up a bit. But Ryan Rometta did a nice job. It was a perfect snap, perfect hold, and a perfect kick. So now a 2-touchdown lead with 6:18 to go. Tewksbury has firm control, and the North Andover offense may have to start taking to the air.
It was going to be a questionable call there if Nolan Timmons hold on, but the referees believed he had enough time to corral the ball and was down. This is going to be a high little pooch kick that is picked up by Sean Nichols, who's going to plunge forward to the 40-yard line of North Andover.
A nice job again by the Tewksbury coverage team, not allowing the big returns, and that's been key in this game. Forced the North Andover offense to put together long drives, multi-play drives. And we've got a Tewksbury player down.
Looks like number 22, senior Jake Kaiser, grabbing that ankle, his left ankle at the 50-yard line. Didn't see what happened to him on the previous play, but he looks like he is in a lot of pain right now.
Yes, he does. He was trying to make his way to the sidelines, but that was not going to happen. He's going to get some help coming off. He's definitely favoring that left ankle. He must have gotten dinged up on the kick coverage.
He hobbles to the sidelines, going to get some treatment from the athletic trainer. Keep an update on Kaiser's injury as well. So the Redmen are down 2 players on defense now after 2 key injuries.
Yeah, and it's 2 players in their defensive backfield. So now, but this is where your depth really shines.
So here comes Will McKay. There he is, coming in from his cornerback position to make a key sack on first down.
Well, what's the best friend of your pass coverage? It's the blitz. It's coming in to put on pressure, and McKay came in full speed, and Will Schimler had no chance to get out of his grasp.
We saw him sprinting out of his position out of the defensive backfield to make a key stop, and North Andover loses about 10 yards on the sack. 2nd and 20. Roll out to the right. It is caught by Jaden Mencina, but only about 5 or 6 on 2nd down.
So 3rd and long. I think now we're at the point of the game where North Andover is down 2 scores. You're looking at 4 down territory, so they don't necessarily have to pick up all 12 or 13 yards on this play.
3rd down to North Andover.
So 3rd and looks like 12 right now for the Knights after the sack and then the 8-yard completion to Mencia. 5:30 to go in the ball game. Lots of time to throw. Great pressure by Pat Fleming. He does get the pass off off to the right side, but the Redmen defense right there to make the tackle on Matt Chico.
Terrific job by the defensive backs again. The secondary just covering everybody deep. There was nobody open, and he wound up having to go to his safety valve. He winds up losing a little bit of yardage, and now 4th and 15, and now they've got to throw deep.
Will Schemmler has had no time to throw it. Well, he has had some time to throw. He's just no one is open downfield, and it's caused him to scramble a lot today. But the Redmen secondary just having an unbelievable game so far. 4th down. Redmen bringing the blitz. He does get the pass off. It is caught, but it is well short of the marker. That's going to be a turnover on downs. What a play from the Redmen defense on that drive.
Yeah, the defense for the Redmen, they've been dialing up just a multitude of different pass rush combinations. That time it was Pat Fleming lined up at an outside linebacker position, coming in from the left side and forcing a short throw. And so now 4:38 to go, Tewksbury's in a great position to try to run out the clock.
So with the 14-point lead, and as Bill said, 4:38 to go here in the final quarter of play, we don't expect to see Shane Elward for the rest of this game, as he's most likely not needed, just to keep that shoulder safe and side on precaution. 1st down and 10 for the Redmen at the North Andover 44-yard line. Pitch play to the right side. Kyle DeRigo sidesteps the defender, still breaking through. Be taken down at the 34-yard line. Great tackle on that play by Jake Lewinsky once again, but there is a marker down on the field.
Yeah, that's going to go against North Andover. They're going to call a face mask, so that's going to be an extra 15 yards.
And like you said, that is a face mask penalty. Will be added to the end of DeRigo's run. He was marked down at the 34-yard line.
I guess they called it an incidental face mask, something that they don't have in the NFL anymore, but just 5 yards on the penalty tacked on to the end of the run.
It's not like in the NFL where if it's any part of the face mask, that's an automatic 15. Incidental, as they call it here in high school, only 5 yards. A misdirection play there to Kalu'olu. And as you heard from the Redmen sideline there, hold on to the ball being the key on this drive. Olu with only about a yard or two on 1st down.
Jack Carboni with the nice play for North Andover there, stopping Olu for just about no gain.
So 4 minutes and counting for the Redmen offense to eat out the rest of the clock and try to take down the MVC powerhouse that has been North Andover for the past few seasons. Handoff up the middle to DeRigo. Sidestep a few defenders. And a nice run there on 2nd down for Kyle DeRigo.
Nice little hop step to the left by DeRigo to take the hole there and get a nice gain. A very nice run.
All the Redmen doing here, eating clock, is what they need to take down North Andover, as they haven't taken down the Knights in 2 seasons. Third and 4 coming up from the 23-yard line. Handoff again to DeRigo, up the middle, and gets taken down right at the feet. Tackled by Jaden Mencina, but it is the all-important 1st down for the Redmen.
Huge 1st down by DeRigo. And I said this a couple of weeks ago, if there was any justice, Kyle DeRigo would be about 6 feet tall and about 190 or 200 pounds. He runs hard. He does not try to avoid anybody, and in that situation, he took a good shot, but kept going and was able to get enough for the 1st down. And now we're at a point where North Andover is going to have to use up those timeouts.
So 2:30 shown on the game clock. 1st and 10 for the Redmen at the 17. Pitch play the right side to Olu. Stiff-armed, few defenders, gained some extra yards. Taken down at the 14.
Kalulu would pick up about 4 yards. It'll be second down for the Redmen.
Kalulu, he is that downhill runner. He puts his shoulders down, he runs low, keeps those legs moving, and just always seems to get positive yardage.
We do see number 22, Jake Kaiser, back on the sidelines with his teammates. It looks like North Andover just took their first time out.
I don't think you're going to see anything fancy from Brian Elward and his offense. I think they're just looking to pound it out, hold on to the ball, use DeRigo, use Alou. We haven't even seen Jake Rometta run too much today. He hasn't had to. Pretty much all they've been asking him to do for the most part is hand the ball off. But when he's needed to, he's made a couple of very nice pass plays, including that touchdown that really blew the game open.
I believe Rometta's only had 3 passing attempts the entire game, but yet the Redmen have still put 34 points on the board. An impressive game so far as they just want to wind out this final 2:14 to go. So an upcoming second down in, looks like 6 at the 14. Handoff up the middle once again to Kaluolu. Looks like they'll mark him down at the 9-yard line. So he's just going to be short of a first down. And with that, North Andover is going to use their second timeout. They'll only have 1 to go.
This is when you start to see a situation like this, the big difference in the rules. Instead of having 5 timeouts per half, as there always were, now just 3 timeouts per half. And so coaches have to use them a bit more judiciously, but also you really, if you're trying to stop the clock at the end of the game, you really only have like 1 set of downs to stop the clock. It used to be that, you could stop the clock a few times. If they got a first down, you had a couple of more timeouts. Now it's just like in the college, just like in the NFL. It's 3 and that's it. So 1 more first down here. We'll wrap it up.
2:03 to go here in the final quarter of play as the Redmen wrapping up their 3-game homestand here against North Andover. 3rd and 2.
There's the power eye
from the 9.
DeRigo.
Handoff, as he said, up the middle to DeRigo. Mark him down at the 4-yard line. That's going to be a 1st and goal, and the clock will continue to move.
And that should do it. There's 1 timeout left for North Andover, but at this point, I'm not sure that they will use it. And all Tewksbury will need to do is take a knee here in the victory formation, and they will move to 3-1 on the season.
A very impressive win here from the Redmen today, taking down the defending Division II Super Bowl champions. A much-needed win to end their 3-game homestand, as they will take on Borica this coming Friday night on the road.
This is a game that maybe more so than anything we've seen so far has really showed off the depth of this team as Rometta takes a knee. But you've had some key players out coming into the game, and then the injury in the 3rd quarter to Aylward, so he missed the 4th quarter. But you really saw the depth of this Redmond squad shown off in this win today.
The clock getting under 50 seconds now. So the Redmond coordinators starting to take their headsets off. Rometta will go down 1 more time for the final knee of the ball game. As they'll take the snap from Kyle Scrooge, take the knee. And that will be the end of the ball game. The Redmen with a big win today against an MVC opponent. They take down the North Andover Knights 34-20 at home.
What a terrific win for this team. They're going to be going on the road the next couple of weeks. They're making the push for the playoffs. And this is just coupled with the win last week over BC High. I think they can really put that loss to Methuen in the rearview mirror right now and focus on moving forward. toward the Division III playoffs. But this was a great win as they head now toward the next couple of games on the road.
Definitely a big homestand from these final 2 wins after the tough loss to the Methuen Rangers. We've definitely seen such an improvement from this defense, definitely in those final few drives after allowing touchdowns on the opening 3.
Yeah, again, the adjustments made by the defense, stepping up strong after a tough start. I'm watching Shane Aylward here. We're going to need to keep a watch on that moving forward, because right now he's going through the handshake line and he is not lifting his right hand to shake hands. He's using his left hand. I'm sure they're going to take him to the hospital. I'm sure they're going to get some x-rays, but this may be a significant injury.
And if Shane Elward has to miss any time at all, that'll be a definite significant downgrade to both the offense and defense, and including special teams after the 90-yard kickoff return touchdown he had today.
Well, absolutely, and Aylward is their punter too. He is so intricate. He's their holder on place kicks. He's their punter. He's their top kick returner, and he is intricate to their passing game, to their run game, and probably their top defensive back. So, yeah, we're going to have to really follow up this week and see. But frankly, right now, just from the look of it, the optics of it, it looks like it could be a significant injury, and it looks like he could miss some time.
But the Redmen, hopefully going on the road next week, will stick with the ground and pound as they did today. Remetta only with 3 passing attempts, 1 in which went for a touchdown. But the big injury to Shane Elward we'll definitely watch all week. Thank you guys for joining us on our live broadcast today of Redmen football. The Redmen moved to 3-1 on the season. The Redmen won't be home for a few weeks, but they'll be on the road at Billerica next Friday night. Again, I'm Andrew Del Piano, joined by Bill Gimlin, signing off as the Redmen take home the victory today.